So in Group Itakun here, Ivan versus Odir. Ivan is 3-0 with wins versus Kashmad, Brother Kyle, and Charleser. Odir is 1-2 with a win versus. Also versus Charleser. So unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a mismatch here. Ivan, one of our older top runners, has competed in GDQ. I believe he's even won one of those races. So it's going to be a bit of a uphill race or uphill climb for Odir to win this thing. However, it's this Super Metroid, and of course, anything can happen. In our other race, Group Ridley, Nutella is 2-0. So he's got one more race to go after this. He has wins versus Diddy Kong and a win versus Vertex. And Flop is 1-2 with a loss to Vertex, a loss to Hubert, and a win over Diddy Kong. So give you an idea of their PBs. So Ivan has a PB of 44.36. Odir is a PB of 55.16. So like I said, a bit of a mismatch there, but again, anything can happen. Nutella has a PB of 46.35. Flop with a PB of 52.03. So we'll see how that one goes. Looking at their more recent times, they seem to be possibly a little bit closer together. And Ivan, the first to reach the planet. We'll see if any of these runners use the Moonfall. Yeah, I've been making nice use of that Moonfall in Parlor. I always find it interesting when we see the older runners that use Moonfall. One of the reasons not to use Moonfall is, of course, the fact that it can troll you with some of your learned strats from over the years. In particular, the Ridley fight can become a lot more difficult as you have to get used to some different things with the Moonwalk turned on. But Ivan says, I don't care. I'm going to save that extra time by using that Moonfall. So I've been taking a bit of a lead. Everybody else about the same spot. We expect all these runners to go old route, but we'll see if any of them have a surprise in for us. And I've been doing a very nice wall jump climb. And one of two ways you can go up this room fast. We'll see if the other runners, if they do wall jumps or if they use the ledge grab climb. Nutella doing the wall jumps, as same with Odir. Oh, started with the wall jumps, now he's doing the ledge grabs. Ledge grabs made famous by Behemoth, but as far as I know, actually discovered by Just Defend. I've been the first to get to bombs. His full health, really good here. Ideally, you want to have full health when you get into this fight because you have no missiles, and when BT throws out those little eggs, you want to shoot them to get those missiles to make the fight that much quicker. Gets the drops. Still has full health. Nice 2-round. Patel having a little bit more trouble. He's getting some energy drops instead of all missiles. He took some hits there. I've been doing a very nice Alcatraz getting out. Everybody else finishing up their BT fights. And here we'll see for sure whether anybody's going to be doing new or old. The fact that Ivan is going right through the enemies and using his iframes to go through them instead of using missiles to shoot them is an indication that he's going to go old route. You want to save as much energy as possible if you're going to do new route, and so you would missile those space cards there. I've been doing probably the most important mock ball you'll learn in terms of sequence breaking. This will allow him to get supers early, and he won't have to fight Spore Spawn to get him as intended. Typically the first mock ball you learn when you're running this game instead of just playing casually. Mattel he's gotten his supers, Oh Dear and Flop getting theirs. I've gained the second missile pack these runners will pick up. Typically, you'll see runners go for 15 or 20 total missiles. Some runners will pick up a few extras just for safety. There are quite a few that are easy to run right into and don't take up a lot of time. The ones near charge being one of those missiles. And now we'll see for sure whether Ivan's going to go old or new. And indeed, he's going down as expected. Patel also going down. Very nicely getting into Kraid's lair there with 3 missiles, 3 supers, getting through those blocks. So important to note here, Ivan is pretty much assured of moving through the brackets. He still wants to put in a good showing here, because the seeding will be done strictly on median time. So they're going to throw out the top run they did, and the worst run they did, and average those middle two. And ideally, you don't want to have to play in that first round. Ideally, you don't want to be seated low enough to have to face those top players, the Zosties and the Oatses and the Behemoths of the world. Nutella, on the other hand, him being 2-0, he's not assured of anything. Flop being 1-2, he's not quite out of it. That bracket is that group really is fairly tight. It could end up with 3 people at 2-2, in which case they would go to a tiebreaker in terms of overall of that median time. So certainly very important for him to win this one. He's got a bit of a lead here, so that bodes well for him. Get a whole bunch of good Kraid quick kills here. Ivan gonna head down to Norfair. Just as I say it, Kraid decides to stand up for Oh Dear. Oh, and he's got no ammo here, so he's gonna have to use charge shots here. It's always a bit of a scary fight. When Kraid goes wrong, he can go really wrong. And there he goes down. Nice recovery there. Meanwhile, Ivan and Flop going ahead and picking up that Kraid E-Tank. Nutella decides, I don't need that extra E-Tank. Something I'll note now that Flop's doing it right now. He's picking up that E-Tank. He wants to kill that Nova, then open up that door. If he doesn't do that, he doesn't open up the door, he's going to have to kill it on the way out. It's not going to be in a good place for him to get to it, so it's much easier to go ahead and open that door ahead of time. One of the nice things in New Route in that room is that you have power bombs, and a lot of runners will just use power bombs to kill it on the way out, not even bother. Meanwhile, Ivan made quick work of Bubble Mountain. He's going in for a speed booster. Nutella opening up a little bit of a lead over Flop here. Nice little jump over King Cack there. We'll go ahead and get his speed booster. Flop, meanwhile, using pseudo screw strats to get through Cathedral. Always a good method. Going through this rising tide room, having a little bit of trouble with this room. There's just no good way to do this room. That room is the death of many of an RBO run. Ivan, meanwhile, going ahead and getting what I call the most important sequence break of the game, getting that wall jump to get that wave beam instead of having to go all over the map just to get everything you need to get the grapple beam and to get back here. I've been going through the Morphball maze to get down since he doesn't have power bombs yet. In an any percent round, it does not pay to go up Red Tower early to get those power bombs because you're just adding extra backtracking when you do it. Meanwhile, Oh Dear gets his speed booster. Flop going for his wave beam. Nutella leaving Bubble Mountain, going through Frog Speedway. Ivan about to hit Red Tower. Looks like he's going to go for the ledge grab here with the charge shot. And gets it first try. Absolutely beautiful. Ivan will pick up his power bombs in the apple power bomb spot. Oh Dear picks up his wave beam. Until going back towards Red Tower and Flop going through the Morph Ball maze. Ivan heading up, he's about to get to Red Ship. Ivan laying that power bomb so that when he comes back, he doesn't have to open that door. Saves a little bit of time. Here he's going to shine Spark across the moat, see if he goes for the full ocean fly. Looks like he's going for it. And just misses. But the short charge over the ocean is not too bad, so we'll just get it here. Actually, I'll save him a little bit of energy. Meanwhile, Nutella about to hit his area, his criteria area, do the same thing. Flop going up Red Tower. Oh Dear going towards Red Tower. Flop using some nice D-boosts to get through the hellway. Oh Dear with his customary bird that he likes to have in the background. That gets me every time. It's the third match I've commentated with Oh Dear. I always forget that bird is there. And Ivan was a very nice fan tune fight.
Hi Tracy, thanks for taking care of everything. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Things happen.
Life happened. Yeah, life happened.
So welcome to Dipmook joining me on the air. So far, we've had a pretty standard race with Ivan here in the lead. And Nutella in the lead on his side of things.
No, I'm sad I'm late. I looked at this and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of strong runners in this four-way. I'm really excited to do this. And then, life happens. But I'm excited to be here now.
IRL is always a problem. And Nutella in his Fantune fight. Oh, hits that X Factor very nicely. Ivan. Oh, I love it when you use those speed booster straps without the actual shine spark in the attic room. The nice thing about doing that is it doesn't use up any energy, but still kills them very nicely. And Fantune is down from Nutella. Flop about to go into his Fantune fight. And oh dear, very nicely gets the ocean fly. Good for him. Meanwhile, Ivan gets to take a little bit of a break as he goes through bowling. Nice place to get a drink of water, or as some people will check their social media. Shout out to Christopher, who actually wanted to call this the Tinder room.
Yeah, great place to great place to check your Friendster account.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll see runners even putting stuff in chat during that time. Oh. that was an interesting end to the Fantoon fight for Flop there. Missing with one of those particles, but having enough from the other 3 particles to end the fight, which is really nice because when you have that extra particle flying around like that, you can't shoot anything. So you can't shoot the flames or shoot Fantoon if you happen to get a fast pattern on the next pattern there. Not good when that happens. Oh dear, in the meantime, starting his Fantoon fight.
Yeah, also always seems to happen when you're trying to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, farm for health. Always a good time to have that extra beam particle just floating in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Until in the meantime, with a nice bowling spark to get to his little break time. Oh dear, having that exact issue with those particles. So he's just got to dodge everything for now. Oh, this time it's a very let's say it's very nice. Two particles hit, still 2 flying around there for a little bit. He's gonna have to be a little bit careful with his health here. But Phantom looks pretty red. He's posted down and fishes him off. Flop using an attic spark to get through that. I have been getting through Meridia pretty nicely so far.
Everybody seems to have good ammo right now too, which is nice to see. So we won't have to see any stop to farm that I can predict.
Yeah, always good to not have to farm. I'm about to go into Ba'un here. We'll start this off with an X Factor. My understanding is actually a pretty good sound cue there to start you off, and a very nice 1 round finishing off the supers.
Yeah, apparently the music for there is in 6/8 time, I believe is what I've heard. So if you know what that means, and it's on like the 4th beat, you're able to predict like when to charge, and then there's another like 2 beats, and then you jump. You should be good.
Meanwhile, Flop getting through his bowling. Oh dear, doing a nice attic spark. But as you can see, his energy is a bit lower. He missed one, so he has to go back and get it. His energy should be okay here. He may want to farm up a little bit before he goes into the bowling room. I don't expect him to do bowling spark, but either way, he's going to use up some energy, either doing the spark or by hitting those spikes. He's likely going to hit them 3 times. It is possible to only hit them twice, so that's a little bit easier in new route where you don't have high jump boots and thus have a larger horizontal jump. Yeah, very smartly picking up these extra energy drops. You should have no problem now. And Ivan about to go into Dragon.
And oh dear, getting the bowling spark, or at least starting to get, finishing it too.
Very nicely. And Nutella increasing his lead as he's about halfway through Meridia. Meanwhile, Flop is just heading down Red Tower, going through the Hellway to get to Red Tower. Head down. And oh dear gets to take his break. that Shine Spark missed on Ivan's side.
Yeah, just a little bit high. Good opening spark though.
And Dragon is down. Ivan gets the blue suit. Let's see, is he going to try for a spark suit or a spike suit? No, didn't quite get it. He says, I don't need it. Or if he did get it.
That already misinputted, and I don't know.
Or, yeah, because I didn't see him fire off the Shine Spark in the blue suit. But he was still blue right before he went into the room, so I'm not entirely sure.
I'm blaming it on witchcraft.
Yeah, there you go. You were telling not getting the full halfie there. I've only just hit the space jump across here. It's not too bad. Space jump.
Definitely not as important as it is in new routes, since you.
Yeah, new route you don't pick up space jump, since by the time you get it, you've already gone through Lower Norther, which is where space jump really shines to get through places. If you're having a little bit of trouble with the Hellway, I still hate that room. About to go into Baun, and Nutella about to do his Dragon fight. And one of the biggest differences between old and new route is here Ivan's going to pick up the plasma beam. The damage from the plasma beam making both the Ridley fight and the Mother Brain fight much, much, much shorter. And making Lower Norfolk all just that much safer. And Nutella taking a death to Dragon.
Wow, that was unfortunate.
Yeah,
and unlucky
like
chain damage.
Yeah, it looks like my chat is a little bit ahead of my stream there, so Nutella saying in chat that he was done. I was a little concerned. But he goes and says, you know what? I might as well start from the beginning, not take a forfeit. Good for him.
Yeah, I think he actually survived the chain damage, but then took damage from the sparks in the wall or the exposed electrical wire.
It was something after the chain damage. But the chain damage got him down far enough that he couldn't survive the next thing.
And that's a first, so I hate to see that happen. Oh dear, just wanted that door open so bad that he supered it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He'll only have 8 supers here. But he gets the first X Factor very nicely. Should still have enough, I believe.
I think he's missed 2. He might need one more.
He's going to need to have to use some charge beam shots. The good news is, once Spot Wound starts in that fast phase, it doesn't shoot particles at you. You can sit there in that corner and just fire bounce until he dies without any worry of getting hit. And Flop here just needs to finish, and he'll have to win. But he's got to make sure he doesn't die. So it'll be interesting to see if he takes any extra safeties to ensure getting a win here. He saves somewhere or takes that Ridley E-tank that a lot of runners will choose to take for extra safety, or choose not to take if they want to be a little more gutsy about it.
I guess because my chat was being silly, so I'm sure everyone's saying how silly I am or not smart, but they're not wrong. So yeah, I don't know if he's watching the race or not, so I guess we're gonna find out, huh?
Yeah. Ivan, meanwhile, is about to head into Lower Norfair. It's a nice chronic boost.
It's one of my favorite to watch.
And Space jumps his way up, no problem, from those fireballs. And he'll head on down. What is Nutella doing?
Contemplating.
It's the kind of thing you sometimes see in randomizers when players are trying to figure out what to check next. But this is regular vanilla 80% Super Metroid. So see what what he decides to do here.
I've been making the worst room in the game look mighty, not so bad.
Yeah, I guess with some of these top runners, it's not the worst room in the game. Not so bad room of the game, maybe.
Yeah. A little bit worse than the average room in the game.
Oh, Deer getting through his Dragon fight. While Flop goes and gets his plasma beam. And Nutella decided to stick it out, and he'll have his second BT fight today.
I do think one of my favorite part of randomizers is when you get to fight BT with super missiles.
Yeah, and kill them very quickly, or sometimes on the very rare occasion with plasma beam.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
And Ivan going into his weekly fight. That'll take 20 shots of the beam combination that he has. He has 9 supers, but typically in Ultra you don't want to use those supers. Even though the DPS rate for the supers is higher. The beam combo doing 900 damage, the supers doing double damage of 600, but they just be fired so much faster. The problem with using supers here is that then you have to worry about getting drops or possibly refilling at the ship before you go into Torrent. And that's a bigger time sink than using the charge beam combo here. I've been making very quick work of Ridley. I don't think he took one HP of damage, so very nicely done. You want Nutella going to Gauntlet.
Showing those randomizer skills.
Yep. This is a very dangerous place to be when you have no suits, no power bombs, no super missiles to kill the Yapping Maws. But he gets through it.
Very important room when it comes to grab by all the Yapping Maws percent, though.
Yep. Flop picking up his ice beam. That'll complete his beam combo. I've been getting through those key hunters nicely. One of the nice things about Plasma Beam being that you can flip right through those key hunters pretty easily. Has pretty good health, has excellent ammo. Maybe would not. He's got 2 power bombs, so you can use one right at the Lower Norfair exit, and then use the other to get through to bypass the morph bumpings.
Yeah, it should be fine.
So the key hunters, no problem. Chooses to use bombs anyway on the Lower Norfair exit. Nutella remembering that he wants that E-Tank at Terminator.
I'm pretty sure he's running rando % right now because these
Sure looks
moves
that way.
all look like moves that you might see when a rando.
Actually makes me think of one of my favorite moments in the rando tournament, and fortunately Ivan ended up winning this match, even though he didn't win that game, where Ivan forgot to get that item, and it turned out to be Charge Beam. Ran all around the world trying to get enough ammo, hit the item coming out of Terminator, and she just stood there for at least 30 seconds, contemplating life, realizing, oops, if I had just picked this up. Fortunately for him, he won the game 3 of that match and moved on at the time.
It makes for a good viewership, though.
It does indeed. We can laugh at it now. But at the time, he was probably feeling pretty sheepish, I would suppose.
Yeah. Flop doing the just kill everything. Kill it with fire method of the worst room in the game.
Flop getting through worst room of the game, using that nice charge plasma ice wave combo to kill that last space pirate. Remember to jump through so that he gets his space jump all the way through. Meanwhile, oh dear, about to go down to his lower Norfair. And Ivan almost is on his way to Turian, almost there. He has no reason to stop with the ship. He's going to run right past it.
Nah, very good ammo.
Let's see what Nutella does here. Some
don't-
people in chat suggesting that he switches to new route here, so we'll see if he does anything different.
Did he not pick up Charge Beam? Did I miss that?
Good question. Meanwhile, Ivan gets to take another little break here as the G4 statues get destroyed, opening up the way down to Lower Norfolk, and Nutella is going to go up.
I love that you can farm in the Vile Plume while it's taking damage from you.
Yep. That can be handy sometimes. I wonder how long you can stay down there doing that. Meanwhile, Flop getting into his Ridley fight. It'll be interesting to see here. We're going to see if he takes that extra E-Tank. Didn't see if he took a save, though, beforehand. Doesn't quite have him down yet, but he's got to be pretty close. Ridley looking fairly red. And Ridley is down for Flop. Nicely done. Choosing not to pick up that E-Tank.
I don't see why. Other than for safety, he's in pretty good shape and doesn't technically need it.
A hand of code in chat saying that Nutella is doing RBO. Yeah, maybe. It's not the route I'm used to seeing in RBO, but there's a lot of different routes you can do in RBO. And again, the one that I watched the most is Shiny Zenny doing his Moon Dance RBO route. I think it's pretty unique to him. I don't know anybody else doing that yet. I'm sure other people will pick it up at some point, though. I would disagree. It looks like he's going up to Fantoon. So I'm gonna guess he's gonna try and do new route here.
Or maybe he's going to run chargeless with just a lot of ammo.
Yeah, there you go. Meanwhile, Oh Dear in his Ridley fight. Oh, and Oh Dear getting the old, I'm just gonna spontaneously combust Ridley. Happens mostly when you lose count. Because, you know, I've never lost count on my Ridley fights. and had him spontaneously combust like that. I've been making quick work with my through Mother Brain 1. From here, it'll be 20 shots with the Charge Ice Wave Plasma Beam. Now, he's got to be careful about his health. One ketchup is going to get him too low to survive the Rainbow Beam.
I don't think I missed anything too important. I just had to answer about 20 questions.
No problem. So I've been safely through his Mother Brain 2. All just left is to kill Mother Brain 3 and escape. Well, Nutella is heading down to Fan 2. Not great health at 47.
By the way, I've died to that ghost thing in that situation.
Everyone dies to that ghost thing. And if they say they haven't, they're lying. Meanwhile, Oh Dear finishing up Lower Norfair. Gotta be a little careful here. Oh, but he's okay. 30 health is not exactly ideal, but that last hit took him there and he gets out. Flop, meanwhile, heading up to Turian. Yeah, Nutell's going to be very careful here. 47 health without any suits. Looks like he's farming up a little bit before he actually starts using his missiles. He can't do an X Factor here because he doesn't have Charge Beam, doesn't have Wave Beam. Well, we speculate he doesn't have Charge Beam. Oh, careful, careful. Flop with good ammo, decent energy. Not going to stop with the ship. He'll get that energy back in the Metro rooms. If Flop's going to save, it's probably better for him to just go ahead and wait until he gets down to the bottom of Turian. And Ivan on the escape.
I'm fascinated by Nutella's farming here.
Well, he's actually starting to gain on that energy, so maybe he can start actually fighting here. And Ivan has not done with an official SRL time of 45:18. GG to Ivan. Let's see what that does for him in the standings here. I believe he was already assured of moving on, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that'll put him at 4-0 in Group Itakun. So he was already going through. Still going to go through. That time should bode very well for his bracket placement. Meanwhile, Flop in his second Metroid room.
Oh dear, gets to take a little bit of break here at the G4 statues. It's always a nice time.
Hell, still in his Fantoon fight. This is one of the I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the longest Fantoon fights I've ever seen. Flop, meanwhile, not getting baby skip.
I was kind of hoping I'd get to see Nutella do this with this many missiles, because I think I've seen him hit at least like 2 of the 3 best Dopplers of anybody I've ever seen, when he's got like 12 and 13, and it's amazing to see.
Oh, and it looks like Ivan's here.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what'd you think of that run?
It started off a little rough, but I'm pretty happy with end time.
Nice. I confess that through much of this, I'm trying to watch all 4, so I missed some of it. Unfortunately, Nutella took a death to Dragon. I don't know if you were watching at that time.
I kind of figured that's what happened based on the chat, but yeah. That's always unfortunate.
So congratulations, 4-0 in your group. Moving on to brackets for sure. Of course, we knew that already. Some pretty nice low times. What do you think about moving on?
I mean, I'm okay with probably where I'll be seated. I was hoping for some more 45s in group stage, but I guess I'll take 1 and have it dropped anyway.
Yeah, important to at least you don't have to have to deal with a forfeit or anything like that. You managed to get through just fine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have Flop in his mother brain fight. So do you have anything else?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Do you think you plan on running anything different moving into the next round?
That's a good question.
What do you mean?
Are you going to change any routing, safety strats, or anything of that nature?
It's going to depend on who I'm up against. I think I said in one of my first interviews during the group stages that I actually forgot to get Crazy Tank this run. I completely just
yeah, I wondered about that.
Muscle memory took over, and I left Crazy there and went, oh crap, oh well. But I think it's going to depend on who I'm facing. If our times are pretty close, I'm probably going to cut the 4th tank and just go all out.
Just showed you can handle that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just nerves at Mother Brain. I almost got nailed at Mother Brain right there too. That was really stressful. But
did you even consider picking up the Ridley tank, having skipped?
I did, but then I came out of Ridley with full health, so
yeah, it was a very nice Ridley fight.
Said whatever.
Meanwhile, Nutella took a death to Fantoon trying to go new route, so. Flop in his last stage of Mother Brain. In the meantime, a reminder to follow the runners here. I also mentioned you follow the runners from the previous match, Left Turn and Z Music. We're getting to talk about that before. All of them very good runners. Well, Ivan, we're gonna let you go. I don't know how much longer. We're a little bit over here, so certainly good luck going into brackets. Hope you do well.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Good luck. Good game. If you listen back, I'm sorry that I missed the first half of your entire run.
No worries.
I'm a terrible person.
It's alright. You missed the worst half anyway.
Yeah, well, it's always a pleasure to commentate for you, Ivan.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you guys for doing this.
You're very welcome.
Alright, see you later.
Later. Okay, and Flop in the escape, and oh dear, successfully getting through Mother Brain 2.
Right, but we are kind of up against it here. Just so everyone knows, I mean, the runners did a great job here. I want to thank Tracy for taking over for me for the first half while I dealt with my children who lost their mind for some reason. But
thank you for still coming back after that and joining me. Thank you to the runners. Flop, Odir, Nutella, and Ivan. Thank you, Ivan, for stopping by for an interview. Thank you to the previous runners in the previous race, Left Turn and Z Music, and thank you to Typo for joining me on commentary for that race as well.
Definitely great group of people, and the Speed Gaming staff, I know they've been stressed today just with as busy as everything is, and if you got some free time, watch the Metroid marathon that's going on Speed Gaming 2 all weekend long, or most of the weekend, or for a day.
Yeah,
make sure.
Yeah, in fact, right now it looks like they should be running AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. If you haven't seen that before, it's pretty cool.
I suggest everyone catch the approximately 5:45 a.m. Eastern time run.
You mean is that the Wild Anaconda Hundo map?
No, that's the other M1. I just wanted to try to trigger people because I'm a jerk.
Okay, looks like we are still on, so they're fixing things right now. Yeah, but we'll talk a little more about the Metroid Marathon. So there's still several Super Metroid things left to go. We have Conk doing his blindfolded run tomorrow, which I'll be commentating with Classes Park. In the middle of the night, I'll be getting up and commentating for Toasty Muffins versus Scotty McBody doing a randomizer. Shortly after that, we're going to have Wild Anaconda doing Hundo Map. And the very last run on Sunday morning, Canadian Owl is going to be running 135% GT code. So all sorts of really good things coming up, plus all the other Metroid games being showcased during that marathon. So please do tune into that.
Yeah. It was good listening today while I was at work. I listened to some original, some Nestroid and Super Metroid, and some Samus Returns, the first one. Learned a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of really good stuff going on in that marathon. fun. Thank you to Speed Gaming for putting that on. And thank you to Speed Gaming for putting this on, as well as the organizers. Oh dear, is going to try and go out with a bang, trying to do this speed echoes. And Oh dear has officially done with the official SRL time of 55:58. And it looks like we're going to have to go on to the next thing. So good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night to everybody, wherever you may be.
Talk to you later. Thanks again, Tracy. Bye.
Thanks again.